7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Lemons and love, I like
that. Yeah, it's the sour and the life, but then you still get the good stuff. You know?
Yeah.
Life gives you lemon to make lemonade. You've already got it covered,
exactly.
I think. Is it running?
Yeah.
Fantastic, cool. Okay, hi guys, welcome to another video. Today I have the awesome Tim Shieff with me, freerunner and vegan, and I managed to convince him for an interview, and we're here at the RawFest in Prague. Tim was doing some exercise classes, we did some jumping and some stuff on the bars, and I've got fantastic, look at this, I've got blisters and everything.
Really good blisters.
I know, this is like badass.
Yeah, good.
So yeah, I'm just gonna ask him a couple of questions, whatever comes to mind, and yeah, so why don't you just tell us a bit about yourself, how long you've been doing freerunning, how long you've been vegan.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I was freerunning as a child, they just didn't call it freerunning. I think everyone kind of does it when you balance on a wall holding your mother's hand. That's freerunning, it's just about exploring your environment and your body and how they work in harmony. And then but officially called it freerunning since I was about 16, and I'm 27 now, so it's about 11 years, 10, 11 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. And veganism, how long have you been
And
a
then
vegan?
I discovered veganism about 3 years ago. I watched Gary Yourofsky's talk, and previous to that I'd done a bit of spiritual work. I'd read Eckhart Tolle, A New Earth. So I started to really understand myself and what parts of me and my thoughts were me and what was my ego. And so the timing kind of really worked well when I discovered veganism. Was I was understanding what parts of me were my ego, and then when I understood the parts of me that are my ego that are harming others, I had to. My addiction to food, my thought that I need meat for protein, that wasn't real, that wasn't the truth, that wasn't the reality of the matter. And then once I experienced veganism, I thought, that's how we've got to be living now. So I got involved at that point, and since then it's given me a purpose that's beyond myself, because I see an injustice and I want to help that, and that's what we've all got to do.
So it's really like you see this thing that's just so much bigger than yourself, so you have to kind of your own addictions or ego or whatever kind of have to take the back seat for what you want to do for the world.
It's not about my desires, there's greater things at hand.
So what I'm really curious about, because I mean parkour freerunning, it's not something that anybody does, and most people would see the stuff that you do in your YouTube videos and think, holy cow, I want to do that, that's amazing, but I'm terrified. I'm like, how do you not fall off roofs? And first thing I'm curious about is, have you ever had like a really serious injury?
No. I've never broke a bone.
Oh wow, okay.
I've been, touch wood, but I've been alright. I think you can't live always out of fear, If you have a passion for something and then you let fear decide whether you pursue it or not, you're missing. That's where the growth is found, that's where the challenge and the happiness is found, is when if you want to do something and you're scared, it's that decision you've got to commit. And for me, I've always had that from a young age, was if I wanted to do something, I'd do it, whether it scared me or not. There's a certain protection I feel when I act out of purity, out of innocence, and when it's like I want to play in this environment, climb on these walls, do these jumps. If it's not from my ego, if it's from a real deep desire, then I feel that I'm looked after, and you can call that like God or whatever, or the universe.
But you feel like really in touch with whatever like source or oneness or whatever it is, like you kind of feel at home.
I feel at home in it.
That's amazing, because I mean, like you said, it's a kind of play. And it's really just letting your body do what it naturally wants to do, and it's just such a very pure form of expression.
It's relaxing, it's remembering, because as children we all were free in our bodies, and we all climbed on things, and we never really hurt ourselves, and yet we were climbing around far more than we do as adults.
The only time we actually hurt ourselves is when adults tell us, oh my god, you're going to fall, watch out, and then you actually fall.
And they're instilling their negatives and their fears into us, that aren't based on how reality works. That's what they don't realise. They're very much in the physics.
So you must have like a very interesting relationship with fear, because I mean, a lot of people, they have a fear and then it kind of stops them or doing what they want, but for you it seems kind of pushes you to go past that?
Yeah.
Or would you like describe yourself sort of as an adrenaline junkie, or
Oh, no.
is it more just
No.
expressing yourself?
Adrenaline, I don't chase adrenaline at all. I like feeling calm when other people would feel uneasy and scared. That's the beauty of it for me, is standing on if I balanced on the railing across the bridge and I was calm in doing so, whereas most people would be so scared and panicky that it would cause them to fall, you know, where it's being calm in those moments where the general people wouldn't be, and that it's finding that, it's because that is having a certain confidence in your abilities, and when you have that confidence in your abilities, it's a nice feeling to know what you're capable of and what you can do at any moment.
So the calmness in the moment actually decides the outcome, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, if in any given situation, you can basically decide to be calm or to let the situation control you.
Yeah, and you can find that, you know, people do yoga, meditation, they can find that through breath.
Yeah.
You find it through breathing and controlling that. And
Is breathing very important in free running? Or is it kind of
I think just in life, I think it's in any aspect of sport, any event I've ever done, the better I did was the more I was relaxed in it, and the more I was relaxed in it, the more my breathing felt normal. And when I do handstands, I can talk in a handstand because that's because I can breathe in a handstand. I can, you know, so at that point when you're able to talk while doing something, then you're in control of it. And it becomes second nature.
Yeah, awesome. So back to the food side of it, actually. So do you have is it just vegan, kind of did you get those pudding vegans that just, as long as it's vegan, it's fine? Or do you still really watch what you eat, sort of?
There's two battles going on, right? So the first one is, as long as it doesn't come from an animal, or an animal's been tampered with for the product, because I don't want my life to affect, my choices to affect others. As obviously there's still choices I make, buying an iPhone, buying Nike clothing, there's still others. But for me, the number one fundamental is, with food, you know what's gone on, whether there's an animal been involved with that product. So that's the number one battle. As long as it doesn't come from that, I feel okay. Then the battle's my own. And then if the struggle is, am I going to eat French fries or watermelon? Then that's my own battle to go through, my own journey, and my own expansion. And it's not overnight, you know. And I'm definitely getting a lot better, and I'm a lot stronger. But for me, it didn't happen overnight. It is a transition, and often you go back and I'll eat the fries. And then I'll feel bad for 2-3 days from it, and it's that learning curve, and you need that contrast to know. You need to go back
and kind of remind yourself again and again, okay, this is actually really not good for me, and I can make a...
And yesterday I was even here because they've got some amazing vegan restaurants here.
Oh yes.
And I asked
yesterday we went to
Secret of Raw.
They've actually got a stand.
I've not been,
It's amazing. You really have to go there. You get a platter for 2 people, and it's just little you get wraps and a little raw burger and raw sushi. Go there, it's amazing.
Yeah.
You should go there.
That's cool. Mimi's just finished talking.
Go Mimi.
Anyway, I chose the salad instead of I said there's the vegan burger and it came with fries. I said, can you change the fries for salad? And it's little things like that as you grow, because it doesn't matter to the animals whether I eat fries or salad. But then it's your own journey of okay. And often when I'm traveling, you get a bit weaker because you're in survival mode. And you just want to. You go, okay, so long as I eat vegan, it's okay. But then it's okay, no, because when I go back to England, I want to be as fresh as when I left England. So I'm going to make these choices now. And it's helpful being at a Raw festival.
So it's basically the two battles is the one that's bigger than yourself, which is helping the animals and helping
which is a decision I
around
don't even
you.
have to make. It's
so it's a once made decision, and that's okay, obvious. And then it's just working on yourself.
High raw, exactly.
So do you find that you're getting a lot more sensitive actually, compared to a year ago if you ate fries and now if you eat fries? Is there a big difference?
Yeah, it is. Do you notice that? I find that so interesting. What did I do the other day? I had peanut butter for the first time in a while. And I know, I put it on some toast, and my nose was just running for 3 or 4 days. I have it's like an intolerance, and I'm okay, I'm really sensitive to peanut butter now. I'm can't have it. So I have these. It's funny how it takes years to really learn on your body. I think wheat is one that I've not done yet. I've not done gluten free, but there's sometimes if I have bread in America, I feel like a sore throat come on, like swelling.
Also with hectic sugary stuff, I also notice
maybe that's it as well. But then in England, sometimes I'll just have some nice brown bread, and I don't feel too it affected me. So I go, okay, bread's not too bad, and it's carbs, and it's it's not that. But so that might be the next thing for me to be sensitive to.
So you kind of go one step at a time.
Yeah, but I mean,
see how you
I probably only have bread either when I'm traveling or maybe once, twice a week.
Okay. So you're generally high carb vegan? Mostly
high
fruit,
carb,
mostly starches?
Potato, starch, yeah, exactly, high starch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you gone all raw before? Or
Only
like...
for weeks at a time.
Okay.
For a week at a time.
You went to the Woodstock Fruit
Woodstock
Festival, right?
and I felt great. But I mean, it was a mixture of the food, the weather, the exercise, and the people. I think there was a big, I felt great because it was just a good community.
You just get in the vibe, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you live in UK, right?
In London.
So that's got to be obviously a lot more difficult with the seasonal fruits. So
yeah, for seasonal, for raw. I generally just shop at the supermarket. I try and buy organic, but again, it's imported from around the world. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not like locavore.
Yeah.
I've not got to that scale yet. I think you got to choose your battles, and I'm so hectic with so many things at the moment. I know what I'm growing towards with that, but I'm not going to just go right. This is a priority, because then you can stress yourself, and then we're not here to be stressed, but we're here to make positive, slow adjustments that help everyone and ourselves. So for me, I'm like promoting veganism, doing my YouTube videos. Training to be a good athlete, so that people will then listen, because I back up what I say.
Yeah. So basically, just like what you're focusing on right now is a bit more important than maybe thinking, okay, maybe I'll move to Thailand to have more raw fruit. Basically.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're just setting your priorities.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. London needs a spokesperson, and I'm pretty much set in that role right now.
Yeah.
And as well as globally on the internet, it's giving me that platform as well.
Yeah. So how would you say actually that your sport and the work that you do actually gives you a voice to help promote veganism?
Yeah.
Is it has given you like a much bigger exposure?
Yeah, I think it does. And I think people should listen because what I say is true, not because
not because you can do awesome
not
tricks.
Not because I can do tricks, but unfortunately the world we live in, people don't want to listen unless
they want to be impressed first.
Yeah,
I want to be like him. What does he do?
He's cool, he can do that, and then they'll kind of listen, and then sometimes they'll switch off and go, oh, he's just can do tricks, but he's talking shit. But for me, it really helps back it up, and so I just try and remain a top level athlete, and then no one can argue,
So if there's one piece of advice that you could give to people who were thinking maybe of going vegan or just starting out on a vegan lifestyle, what would it be, just like summed up?
Yeah, it's the most important decision you'll make in your entire life. It was for me, and it pretty much is for 99% of vegans I've ever spoken to. Connect with the animals, connect with the victims. It's a process, don't always think about you. And acknowledge that it's a process. If you mess up and then for 2 days you go back to eating what you used to eat, that's okay. Know what you're striving towards. Know that you're doing it because animals don't deserve to die, because we're going to have kids that want to live on a planet that's green, because it will make you healthier. Whatever reason you want to do it, I'd just say it is the most important decision to make, and it's one that would change you for the better and help everything around you. There's not one thing veganism doesn't benefit.
All right, fantastic. There you have it. What are your channels? Where can people find you? Where can people follow you if they aren't already? I mean, I'm pretty sure your channel's a bit bigger than mine, but where can they find you if they don't already know you?
Cool. Tim Shieff on YouTube, youtube.com/livewire, LIVEWIRE, and then on Instagram, Timothy Shieff, Twitter @TimothyShieff, Tim Livewire Shieff on Facebook. But my YouTube, that's my real focus now, because that's the platform. That's where I connect with people. That's what people comment and say, keep doing it, Tim. And that, I
it's
feel
the most
like,
authentic, really, as well, because it's talking straight into the camera. And
and if people come to me, then that's their decision to come to me. So I can say what I believe, and if they're there, they're there. It's not like I'm going and telling people, listen to me. It's like, I'm just going to say it over here, and if you're ready for it, you're going to hear it.
If you want to listen, I mean, I think actually the funny thing is that most people that would stumble upon a video of maybe you talking about veganism, on some level they are ready for it. You wouldn't attract that kind of thing if you're not ready.
I agree with that on a spiritual level.
It's kind of like law of attraction thing. And even if they don't want to hear it yet, at some point they will come back to it.
They'll remember it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like you kind of get in there and they're like, hey, there was this cool guy who did really cool tricks, and he had some really cool message. Yeah. So thank you so much for doing this interview.
No problem.
Fantastic. I'm so glad you're here. Great to meet you.
You too.
And I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
Like the
Bye,
video.
guys. Yes.
Leave me a comment, I'll watch it.